So now we will continue editing the room with the glass wall. For this we're going to use more effects because we want to create a different atmosphere, a totally different atmosphere from the other rooms. So that's why we're going to use more layers, and because of that we're going to create a special folder for this room. So let's create a folder for this glass wall room. Now what we're going to do is we're going to activate the base room layer, select the space of the room as well as the door and this other door. We're going to create a new layer and we're going to call it underwater atmosphere. And in this layer we're going to select a dark blue color and we're going to fill in the room with a solid color using the paint bucket tool. Now we're going to change its blending mode from normal to highlight blending mode and lower its opacity. Now we're going to create a new layer, call it gradient, and using our gradient tool with a black and white set of colors, using also a radial gradient, we're going to create this gradient from outside of the room towards the inside, and we're going to again change the blending mode. The next step is to add some light reflections on the wall. So create a new layer, name it light reflections. So with the brush tool we're going to draw very short lines over here with a light color, also some dots. And now we will use our radial blur filter. Zoom meter is okay. Zoom starting point at the left top corner. Amount at 35. Okay. And now we're going to erase the light reflections from outside of the room. Here, also from here, as well as from the door. Now we're going to duplicate the layer and we're going to use a ripple distort filter. Let's put it to 500, size large, okay. And now we're going to move the opacity level. And also we're going to move it beneath the light reflections layer. Finally erase the ripples inside the door. And change its blending mode to luminosity. Let's lower also the fill value. Okay. Now we have to erase a little bit these stones in the door right here. So we'll go to the gradient layer using an erase tool with an opacity value of 20 and a bigger brush also. We erase these stones at the right side of the door. The same with the underwater atmosphere layer. Okay. And finally, before starting to add entourage and furniture to our drawing, we're going to create a folder for it. So let's call this folder entourage. And for example, we're going to start by adding this image down here. So we selected copy. And paste it. As you remember, when we were drawing our AutoCAD file, we draw a chair and a person to have them as a scale reference for this moment. So for that, let us go down to our layers, duplicate our CAD drawing layer, and move it on top of all the layers. Now we select this layer, let's name it cafeteria. And with our free transform tool, we're going to scale the image down so it has the same dimensions as the reference we draw on AutoCAD. For example, the chair where this man is sitting, it's perfectly for us to scale it down. Okay, now we just have to position the image where we want it. Also, we're going to move this entourage folder on top of the base drawing layer. Now we can turn off the CAD drawing for the moment and just adjust the image and its position to where we want it. On our next video, we will end up adding the entourage to our project, and we will add some few filters to make the image more impressive. So thank you again for watching, and stay tuned for our next lesson.